Hi, and Merry Christmas. So I want to go over some issues you might have trying to connect your Alexa to Wi-Fi. Here we find, say this is your Wi-Fi network here called your Wi-Fi. Let's connect to that. So here we got to put in your password, which is going to be your password. And that will log you on to your Wi-Fi. So the problem we have here is for that Wi-Fi in your house, you only have one name for it, which in this case is your Wi-Fi. And this Wi-Fi could be on the 2.4 gigahertz band, or it could be on the um, 5 gigahertz band. The problem is the Alexa will like it to be on one or the other. It'll probably choose the 5 gigahertz band, but in our case, it didn't. It simply didn't connect at all. So how do you remedy that? You have to get onto your Wi-Fi device, and here I'm using a DDWRT Wi-Fi router, but you can use anything. You could be at Comcast or Shaw Cable or any provider, and you have to get on your Wi-Fi system, and you got to go here to wireless. So on wireless then here, you'll see that you have a 2.4 gigahertz band. This is the older band, and this is the one that works with your plugs usually, the plugs they sell that work on the home automation for Alexa, such as the 1010 plugs, want a 2.4 gigahertz connection. And here we have the 5 gigahertz connection here. Notice now, in this case, this name here, your Wi-Fi, and this name here, your Wi-Fi, are both the exact same name. And sometimes this confuses the connection for Alexa to figure out which one to use. It doesn't work. You can't log in. The password doesn't work. Even using your iPad or iPhone, the password won't work. So what we do then is change this name to a distinct name. In this case, we'll say your Wi-Fi dash 2 gig for the 2 gig band, and we'll go down here and say your Wi-Fi dash 5 gig for the 5 gigahertz band. And I'll leave the password the same on both, which is in this case called um, your password. So here, at least on my system, I'll do a save on this. It'll save it, and then we'll go to the passwords here and just check the passwords, make sure you know what they are. And this is different for all different, say, Aris boxes or Comcast boxes or Shaw boxes or whatever your provider is. This interface is different, but they all have the same thing where you put a password in. So what's worked for me is WA2PSK. This probably can be this or this. And so you can have different passwords on the two different bands on 2.4 and for 5 gig. I'll leave the password the same right now for the demo as your password. So we'll save this. And now when you change the SSID and you do an apply, it'll sort of confuse your Mac and confuse all the Wi-Fi devices for a while as that SSID will propagate through your system. So anyway, so now we've changed this thing to your Wi-Fi 2 gig, your Wi-Fi 5 gig. Let's do an apply now. And what will happen is you'll lose contact with your Wi-Fi for a while. And so here we'll have to hunt for the new Wi-Fi ID. And once this works, you'll be able to then configure your Alexa, your Amazon Alexa Dot, your Amazon Alexa Echo to work correctly with a distinct SSID. And note for your plugs, for say your switchable plugs, and everything usually goes, at least the Comcast, it'll default to Xfinity Wi-Fi. And now I'm looking for the new network names here. There they are. So there's your Wi-Fi 5G. You can connect your Alexa to the 5G, but you always want to connect your plugs to the 2G network. So now to make your Alexa work, you want to hop on this 5G connection on your cell phone, on your iPhone. You want to hop on the 5G here and then use this to configure. And of course, you got to put the password back in here. And then you'll be able to join this Wi-Fi segment on 5G. So this is what you would do on your iPhone, say, and then run the Alexa app. And then you can configure your Alexa on the 5G network you set up. So what you've done is split your networks into two different networks, into the 2G, and now we're on the 5G network. 5G for 5 gigahertz, 2G for 2 gigahertz, 2.4 to be exact. And now you can um, log back on your router. There's no need to now. Now you can basically get on your Alexa app on your iPhone. So the trick is for the iPhone or the iPad to configure Alexa, you would install the Alexa app, and then you want to basically um, use the 5G network for your Alexa. You want to use the 2G network when you configure your plugs. So when you configure your plugs, you want to log on to the 2G network with your iPhone and then run the Smart Home app to configure the plugs. Okay, well, I hope this was helpful. In our case, I had cleverly named the SSID for one name, and at least the Apple computers can select the 5G network correctly. But it doesn't seem like the Alexa or actually some of our equipment would work correctly. And this happened on an ARRIS modem, ARRIS on the SHA network. We couldn't make it work right. So once we split these things up into two different names, into a 5G name and a 2G name, it worked at least on the ARRIS SHA cable network. Your mileage may vary. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching the video and have a wonderful 2020 New Year. Thanks for watching again. And I hope this helped you out. This took us hours to figure out, and it was messy. Thanks again, and have a Merry Christmas.